All right, so here we're at the evisceration table, and this is our featherless chicken. The first thing I'm gonna do is come in here and make a cut down below the keel bone and the chicken breasts here in the neck. And it's just a little cut. What I'm gonna do is pull the esophagus and the crop out of this bird. And the crop on these chickens are all pretty much empty because we stopped feeding at about 24 hours before butcher to make sure that they were as clean as possible. So here we have the crop right here, empty. It's just like a little balloon almost, and the esophagus. I'm gonna separate that with my fingers from the rest of the neck, come in here and cut it right off. Just that fast. We got the esophagus and the crop out. That goes in the discard pile. And now we're gonna come in here. Here's the vent of the chicken, and here's the back of the keel bone where the chicken breasts are. We're gonna split the difference between the vent and the keel bone, make a little cut. Again, we don't wanna go very deep. I'm gonna dig in here with my fingers to get into the body cavity. A little help. Once I get into the body cavity, I'm gonna open that up, get my hand up in there, and try to reach all the way up to the heart and the lungs and pull everything out all at once. Another great benefit of stopping the feed at 24 hours before butcher is all of this comes out clean and you don't end up getting a lot of manure on your table. So here I've made 2 cuts on either side of the vent down towards the tailbone to free up the bladder and the rest of the intestines. I come in here behind the bladder and I'm gonna cut that tailbone right off because there's a gland in here we don't want, and that's how they, when they're preening, put oil through their feathers. Now we're gonna keep the chicken liver and we're gonna fry that up. So the bits that still look like they're pretty much intact will go in there. I'm not destroying this gallbladder because I don't want all that bile in here. And then you can keep the chicken hearts as well if you prefer. All this goes into the discard pile. Here's your chicken heart. And then this is a rooster, so I want to make sure I got the testes out. It looks like I did, missed one. Now we're going to take the legs, cut right there at the back of that drumstick. You'll see a bump here on one side of the knuckle and a bump here. Split the difference, come right down through the middle, and then up from the bottom. We're gonna take the wing tips off right here and then behind it and break that off. Comes off just as easy as those drumsticks do. And there you have a chicken eviscerated, plucked, and ready to go in the ice bath.